everyone, welcome back to the new video. It's me Namrata here. Hope you all are having a good day. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about a new launch by NYX Cosmetics. I think it's their one of the new launches. It's the Ultimate Festivals palette. I quite like the color story of this palette. It's all warm bright shades, so I thought to give it a try. And you won't believe, like, I'm still in awe with this base because I used a powder foundation today, and the main thing is I have been using that same product for almost a year now, but I never used it like on its own. But today I thought, wow, it's a powder foundation, and currently this kind of product are in trend, like powder foundation, full coverage foundation, which are in trend right now. So I just thought to put it on my skin directly without any liquid foundation, and you won't believe it literally has very nice coverage. And I've done this entire face only with powder product, but it's still looking very nice, very natural, yet has very good coverage. So if you wanna know which product I'm talking about, then please keep an eye on this channel. I'm gonna be sharing my experience in the next video. Yes, and it's not a new launch, it's been in the market for a while now. So yeah, I hope that'll be really interesting. I really want to let you all know that there is a thing which is out there and no one is talking about it. So yeah, that's that. And now let's talk about this palette. I already hand swatched all the shades, and I'd say this is literally a game changer. Like, I used the NYX palettes before, the eyeshadow palettes, and they were like pretty basic. I won't say I hated those palettes, no, it was good but nothing extraordinary. I used some other palettes. So let me tell you a thing. I think the Brights palette, the Ultimate Brights palette, was one of my first palettes, eyeshadow palettes, which I ever bought, and that was a very colorful palette, the rainbow palette. But I didn't know how to feel about it because I never tried any other colorful palettes at that time. But when there was the Morphe palettes, which I tried, the James Charles one, I knew the difference, like the pigmentation, texture, blendability, everything was different. So for me, NYX palettes were very basic, but this one I'm having a very high hopes because I hand swatched them and they felt so soft, very creamy and full with pigments. So I'm really excited, although I don't really know what I'm gonna create with this shades, but definitely I'll come out with something colorful, of course. But before that, I'm gonna share with you the details, all the details, like the price and everything, and also the hand swatches, which I've already done earlier. So keep on watching. That was all about the swatches, and I hope now you all are quite familiar with this palette, and I think I should start applying now. But before that, I want to let you all know how I felt when I was swatching. So I think all the shades in this palette are quite pigmented, very pigmented, except these two matte shadows right here, but these are very light color in itself, so that's acceptable. But this metallic shadow right here, it has no names, but this one is more like iridescent purple or duotone kind of a shadow, but I think the pigment in it is not very opaque. So that's all is my understanding till now. And now, without doing any further ado, let's just start applying. But before that, I need to prep my eyelids. For that, I'm going to be using this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Okay, as I already said, I don't have any look planned in my mind, but I think I can start with this deep pink right here. So I'm using a very pointed, precise brush, and I'll put it in the inner corner. And I don't know if you can see shade, but there is quite a bit of loose pigments onto the pan. Wow, that's a great pigment. I just reapplied the shade second times, and this is how it looks. And now I'm gonna go with this very soft coralish pink, and for that I'm using this kind of a fluffy brush, and I'll use it to blend this edge. The pigmentation and the blendability of this matte shadows. I think it's very smooth when you are blending. You don't have to spend much time, and same goes with the pigment. For that you don't have to layer it up like 5-6 times. Like with 2 layers you'll get the fullest pigment. That's great. And I think now I'm going to be using this dark purplish kind of a shade, and when I was swatching, this one was super pigmented. Like you can see, it picked a lot of product, and I'm just going to place it in the middle. Wow, this time NYX is not messing around, you guys. It's literally so good. They really stepped up their formula and everything. Like the pigmentation, everything is so like high end. It's so good. Till now I'm loving it. That I'm not gonna do anything more. I just applied the purple and tried to blend with the previous pink, this one which I applied in the lower crease area, and it blended so seamlessly. I'm happy so far, and now I'm gonna do the same on this eye, and then I'll be back. Alright, and now I'm a little confused between 2 shades. I don't know which one should I pick to blend this purple. I think I should go with this softer violet kind of shade right here, or I should go with this yellow. I don't know. I wish I could ask you right now, like live. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the yellow, because in the outer corner I'll use this brown, so it will blend nicely. So let's just pick this. Alright, I'm not really sure how I feel about this blending. It's not looking very well blended, but this yellow is also very nicely pigmented, but I think I picked a wrong shade to blend with the purple. And now I'm gonna cut the crease using a concealer, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I already cut the crease till the halfway, and now it's time for a metallic shadow. And this palette has got some bomb metallic shadows. If you are looking for some blinding, super pigmented metallic ones, then this palette has these 3 shadows which are great. I actually tried to put this on just to see how it looks, but it's pigmented but not as light as I was thinking, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, let me just use my fingertip on this side. Not a big difference. I can go with the brush. Okay, this is how it looks. I tried applying it with the brush as well as my fingertip, and this is the end look. But to be honest, I'm not 100% happy the way it's looking on my eyelid, but when I was hand swatching it, it was way more pigmented than this. I don't know why it's looking little less pigmented. But let me just apply this golden shadow in the middle, and at first I'm going to use my fingertip. Okay, that's all about the metallic shadow, but to be honest, my expectation was a little higher, but it's good. It's not bad, quite pigmented, but it's not as good as earlier when I hand swatched it. Yes, and now I'm gonna use that same precise brush, and I'm gonna pick that matte black right here. Okay, I got little fallout now, but before that there was no fallout. Okay, now I'm gonna be using this matte brown to blend it. Okay, this black is also not a joke. Like, it has good pigment in it. Well, this is how it ended up looking. I tried to put as many colors as possible, so it's not like my favorite looks, but I tried to show you how these shadows work. And that black was nicely pigmented, but it's not very easy to blend. Like in this eye you can see it blended well, but in this eye it's looking little patchy. I tried to blend it, I spent little more time, but still it's looking like that. I don't know. Anyway, overall I'm so happy with this palette. But these metallic shadows are really great. I would still say it's good. I try wearing it one more time in the next look with a wet brush, and then I'll let you know how it works with wet application. Hopefully that would be better. So yeah, keep an eye here and also on my Insta feed to see more looks using this palette. Overall I like this palette, so I know I'm going to be using it many times to create different looks. Alright, now let me just finish this eye makeup. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to start with this neon eyeliner from Illegal. I'm going to put this pink shade in the waterline. And now I'm just going to apply this black very lightly. And now I'm just going to blend this with the brown. Okay, I think this is all about the eye makeup. I'm done with the lower lash line as well. And now I'm going to go off camera to apply some falsies, and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back with the final look, but like always I'm clueless with my hair. I don't really know how to style it, but I hope you like the eye makeup, the way it turned out. I like it, but I still think it's too much. I put so many colors together, and I don't know how I feel about it, but it's looking good from some aspect. Like it's a neat cut crease, and these crease colors are looking well blended. But with this black, I think it become too intense and too much. But overall, I'm liking the palette. You guys, you should try this. If you like the color story, you can definitely give it a try. You won't be disappointed, and I'm sure this metallic shadows would work better if I apply it wet or only with the fingertip. If I just apply it, I'm sure it would work well, because when I was swatching, I'm repeating it because it's not possible. When I swatched, it looked better on my skin, but on my eyelid it was not as opaque. But yeah, I'll try it again and I'll let you all know. But overall it's a great palette, especially with the mattes. I'm so impressed. You don't have to put a lot of effort to get the pigmentation or for blending. It's very easy palette, but the black takes little more time if you want to blend it with different shades. But I always recommend to go with very less pigment when it comes to black. Not only this one, but from any other pigmented palette, you can just start with less product and then you can build up. I think I put a lot of product in the first go, that's why it ended up looking like this. But I'm happy with this eye, but somehow it's looking a little patchy right here. But overall it's a great palette. I can't praise it enough. It's really good, way better than the previous NYX eyeshadow palettes. I think NYX really worked on their formula. They're way better than before. So that's that. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want me to do this kind of video more often, please let me know in the comment box, and especially if you tried this palette, let me know your thoughts, like how you feel about it, whether it works for you or not. I'd love to know that. So this is it for now. I'll be back with the next one. Till then, bye bye, take care.